World number 2 Aryna Sabalenka has revealed that she got vaccinated after a positive COVID test kept her out of the recent WTA 1000 tournament in Indian Wells. The Belarusian had previously been skeptical of the vaccine and refused to get jabbed, but has made a U-turn on her previous stance. It comes as big names including Novak Djokovic could be banned from the Australian Open, as government officials move to implement a vaccine mandate. Sabalenka had been one of the players who spoke out against getting vaccinated, even saying she didn't want her family to receive the vaccine. The world number 2 reluctantly admitted back in March that she would get jabbed if it was required to compete on the tour year-round, but shared her skepticism over the vaccine, saying, "So far I don't really trust it. It's tough to say, but I don't really want it yet and I don't want my family take it. If I will have to do it, then of course I have to do it because our life is a travel life." The 10-time title winner was then sidelined from Indian Wells last month, testing positive for COVID when she was set to be the top seed at the event, often dubbed the fifth Grand Slam. Sabalenka was forced to stay in California while completing her isolation period, taking to her Instagram account ahead of the tournament to announce she could no longer play. "Unfortunately, I've tested positive at Indian Wells and won't be able to compete. I've started my isolation and I'll be staying here until I'm cleared by the doctors and health officials. So far I'm feeling okay but really sad to not be able to play this year," she wrote. However, the Belarusian has now revealed her experience with the virus became so bad she made a U-turn on her initial vaccine decision and got jabbed while in America. "I think I'm clear right now because in Miami I did the vaccine," Johnson & Johnson, the highest-ranked player at this week's season-ending WTA finals, said. "Hopefully, I'm safe because I don't want to stay in quarantine anymore. It's not a lot of fun." She also opened up on being unable to move while battling COVID, sharing how the virus got the better of her for several days. Sabalenka continued, "I stayed in the room for 10 days. I was doing some work out there, but it wasn't enough. For 4 days I was really sick, I couldn't move. I didn't have taste, I didn't have smell. Wasn't really an amazing time." Her comments come as some players are still reluctant to get jabbed or, in the case of Djokovic, refuse to declare their vaccination status. The world number 1 has previously admitted he is unsure whether he will play at the upcoming Australian Open, as government officials look to make full vaccination mandatory for all players travelling to Melbourne to compete. Last month, 9-time Australian Open champion Djokovic told Serbian newspaper Blick he may not go to Australia, but has since decided not to comment on the issue until a final decision is announced. On Tuesday, Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews doubled down on his strict stance, saying, "I'm not going to have people sitting in the grandstands having done the right thing, only to have millionaire players that ought be vaccinated running around the place being essentially at such higher risk of spreading this, getting it and giving it."